Although we are cover one single coverage, this week we are cover two double coverage. Last night in Sonora, tonight we're with the Central Bobcats here at San Angelo Stadium, and what a show they put on for the homecoming crowd tonight here under the Friday night lights. Good evening, folks. I'm Manny Diaz, and the Central Bobcats, well, good for win number 3 of the season, and hello win column after last week's loss against Cedar Park. Tonight, victorious against El Paso Pebble Hills 31-20. Malachi Brown, the super sophomore, coming out to play tonight. 3 total touchdowns against the Spartans defense. We'll hear from him. Plus, head coach Brent Davis, he loves to talk about this Bobcats defense, and they showed out tonight as well. Then again, what's new? But first things first, those Twisted Root highlights.
Tonight's Cover 1 highlights are presented by Twisted Root Burger Company.
Well, the Bobcats honoring Texas Tech commit Maverick McIver before the game. Mav undergoing surgery on Friday to repair a torn ACL, wishing him a fast and successful recovery. In the meantime, sophomore Malachi Brown looking to bounce back from last week's loss to Cedar Park. First quarter no score, Pebble Hills with the rock. Sebastian Ochoa looking deep for Isaiah Davis, who makes a nice grab. But one thing's for sure, Central corner Jashawn Hall would have the last laugh. Few plays later, I tell you, this angry orange defense in the Pebble Hills backfield a lot. Anthony Gonzalez off the spin move, getting to Ochoa. Later in the drive on third down, Spartans threatening. Ochoa thinks he has a guy, but Tristan Lopez has other ideas there to knock it down. But this kid not done yet. Pebble Hills would have to settle for a field goal, but watch Lopez come off the corner to get in front of the kick, keeping the Spartans off the board. Ensuing Central drive, the super sophomore Malachi Brown hooking up with Philip Lupton for the nice gain. That'll do. A little later, buckle up. I feel an AUM Holistic Therapies play nomination coming along. What can Brown do for the Cats offense? Kevin Crane dials up a QB keeper, and Brown is headed to the house for a 66-yard touchdown. Cats going 7 plays, 80 yards on the drive, 7-0 Central. Next Spartans drive, the Cats making life not so great for Sebastian Ochoa. Brady Allen getting to Ochoa here. Second quarter now, El Paso setting up to punt on 4th down, but are they? Caleb Gerber, well, he pulls it down, and he's heading up the sideline, giving the Spartans a fresh set of downs. Later in the drive, Spartans going okie doke here with the end around, but how about my man Tristan Lopez? Not fooled one bit, staying home to make the clutch tackle. But the Spartans would finally get something together with under 3 to go in the half. Hand off to Caleb Gerber, who gets past the Cats D-line, then turns on the Jets for the 50-yard touchdown. 2-point try no good, 7-6 Central. Ensuing kickoff, Cameron Morrison, watch this kid, finds a lane and get to score the Cats some nice field position close to midfield, and Central in business. First play of the drive, we've seen this movie before. Malachi Brown calls his own number and he's off to the races. But check out when he gets to the 10-yard line. Ball comes loose, but no worries. Tanner Dabbert there to scoop it up. Extra point good. Cats would lead 14-6 at the break. Fourth quarter now, Central up 24-20. Pebble Hills looking to punt, but that Central defense getting in the backfield quick, fast, and in a hurry, forcing Caleb Gerber to tuck and run. Cats take over. Ensuing drive, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Paging Dr. Brown here, the sophomore QB1 making a 19-yard house call. That's an AUM Holistic Therapies Play the Game nominee. And it's 31-20 Central just like that. Just under 8 to go in the game. Pebble Hills still fighting, going for it on 4th and 2. And how about this angry orange defense? Caleb Gerber stuffed Brady Allen, the first guy there. Turnover on downs. Same score, under 3 to go now. Remember early in the highlight when I said Jayshon Hall would have the last laugh? Well, here you go. The 6'4 senior going up and getting this one for the INT. That's an AUM Holistic Therapies Play of the Game nominee if I've seen one. Cats go on to win this one 31-20 and wrap up the non-district season on a high note. They'll need the momentum as they kickstart district play next week on the road against Weatherford.
Tonight's Cover 1 post-game sound is brought to you by the Caverns of Sonora.
Coach Storage does a wonderful job here. I've said it before. He's just a class guy, and he does a great job of coaching. And we knew they were going to come in here and play as good as anybody. They always do. And we're tooling our offense more to what he's good at, and I think that showed a little bit. And you know, he's just I said it when he was playing slot for us. He's got a little bit of moxie about him. You know, he makes things happen. When you think they're going to get him or they're going to tackle him, he always finds a way to make it happen or get the first down.
What was different for you this week?
I got used to their speed. At first, I wasn't used to their speed, like the speed of the game, but I'm getting used to it now. It's better.
Does it feel any different being QB1 now?
Just a little bit. I don't know. It's football. I've been doing this for a long time. Just thinking of it like that. Just do the same thing I've been doing.
Defensively, Coach, you guys played a fantastic ball game. You came up with some huge stops. Kind of talk about these guys.
They played great. Unbelievable. We just got to cut out the dumb penalties, you know, that cost us. It cost us from closing the game out on offense, cost us from closing the game out on defense. We just got to control that, and it's just self-discipline. That's just stuff that's day one, man. That's who we are around here. So I'm extremely disappointed in that, but really happy and excited about the win and going into the district race 3-1.
Tonight's Play of the Game is brought to you by AUM Holistic Therapies.
Well, how about our AUM Holistic Therapies Play of the Game? We saw Malachi Brown do plenty, but props to senior cornerback Jayshon Hall in coming up with this interception late in the fourth quarter. That 6'4 frame, tough to beat. Love to see this kid on the basketball court, which is why this play is our AUM Holistic Therapies Play of the Game.
It's time for Manny's Cover 1 Final Call of the Night, presented by Pettit Productions.
Well, 3 total touchdowns on the night, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. Not bad for Malachi Brown, the super sophomore, who this time last year was playing freshman football for the Angry Orange. Yeah, most people, in fact, nobody in West Texas knew who this kid was outside of San Angelo. And as of now, here in town, he's pretty much a household name. One thing's for sure is Malachi Brown's razzle-dazzle style of play. The way it looks, the Bobcats will never be out of a ball game if Brown is leading this Bobcats offense. Sure, it's easy to compare him to each and every other quarterback that's come through the system, but he's not. He's not Maverick McIver. He's not a Brennan Wooten. He's not a Braden Hucks. He's number 8, the kid right here in San Angelo. But I tell you, the future looks promising with him. People tell us all the time, he is the real deal Holyfield, and tonight he showed us that. This program is going to continue to grow with him, and what's great about all this is that he has 2 more full seasons with this Bobcat team. We haven't seen a guy like that grow with this Bobcat program in a very, very long time. That's what's promising about Malachi, and that's what's making this look so, so good for this Bobcat team in years to come. Well, as you saw tonight, the super sophomore Malachi Brown, just a big play waiting to happen. Plenty of folks around town have been telling us about this kid, and yeah, it's coming to fruition. Hopefully he has a few more big plays in the upcoming weeks because they're going to need them as the Bobcats head into this district season next week against Weatherford. Well, as for the Cover 1 team, well, we're back to single coverage. The Cover 1 name, that's what we're about. We're hanging out with the Wallhawks next week as they host Class 4A Big Spring. This one looks like a very good ball game. Of course, the Hawks coming up with a win on Thursday night under the Thursday night lights against Sonora Bronco Nation. Meanwhile, before we leave you tonight, we're going to shift gears with our mic check. We're going to give you the sights and sounds of homecoming night from around San Angelo Stadium. So have fun with that one. All right, for the Cover One crew, so for Couch Media, I'm Manny Diaz. Good night. God bless.
Tonight's Fan Mic Check is brought to you by Oasis Crop Insurance.